Not everything that breaks you is meant to destroy you. I'm Christy. Welcome to the Unraveling.
Hello there, I'm Christy. If you're new here, hello and welcome. And to my returning family, I am so glad you're back with me. Week after week, heart to heart, we walk this journey together. Short disclaimer, when I speak of divine feminine and divine masculine, I'm referring to energetic principles and not gender. We carry both within us, no matter our identity or expression. So today, I would like to talk about something that I think many people ask themselves on this journey. Why does this connection trigger so much growth in me? Because sometimes these experiences don't just feel emotional, they feel transformational. Suddenly, old wounds surface, patterns become impossible to ignore, emotions intensify. Things you buried for years rise to the surface all at once. And honestly, it can feel incredibly overwhelming, especially when the connection seems to touch parts of you that nothing else ever reached before. And I think this is where many people start trying to figure out, is this spiritual? Is this trauma? Is this fate? Why is this affecting me so deeply? I think sometimes the most important thing is not obsessively labeling the experience, but understanding what it is revealing inside of us. Because certain connections act like mirrors. Not in a sense that every single thing is mystical or magical, but in the sense that they expose parts of ourselves we may not have fully seen before, like unhealed wounds, emotional patterns, fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, self-worth struggles, emotional dependency, control patterns, avoidance patterns. And sometimes these things stay hidden until a deeply activating connection brings them to the surface. That's why these experiences can feel so life-changing, because they don't just awaken love, they awaken awareness. And awareness can feel uncomfortable at first, because once we see our patterns clearly, it becomes harder to unconsciously live inside of them. I also think many people expect growth to feel peaceful all the time. But what I have noticed is that growth often begins with disruption, not to destroy us, but to reveal what is no longer sustainable, the coping mechanisms, the emotional survival patterns, the self-abandonment, the unresolved wounds. And I think many people are in a season right now where they are being pushed to heal more deeply than surface level positivity. It's not just think better thoughts, but let's look honestly at what your nervous system, emotions, and patterns are trying to show you. That's deep work. And I think one of the biggest realizations many people eventually have is this: the connection did not create all the wounds, it just revealed them. And realizing this is important, because many people blame the connection itself for everything they feel. But often the connection simply illuminated what was already sitting beneath the surface waiting to be acknowledged. And that realization can actually become empowering. Because if the wounds existed before, then healing was never truly dependent on another person changing first. That's huge. I also think this is why some people feel emotionally exhausting during awakening experiences. Because healing requires a lot of energy, growth requires honesty, and nervous system rewiring takes time, especially when old emotional patterns have existed for years. That's why self-compassion matters so much, because healing is not linear. Some days you feel grounded, some days old fears resurface, some days you feel clarity, and some days you feel emotionally raw again. That doesn't mean you're failing, it means you are human. And I think the deeper lessons many people are learning right now is this: growth is not punishment, awareness is not punishment, being emotionally awakened is not punishment. Even though sometimes it may feel incredibly uncomfortable, because eventually these experiences begin teaching us where we abandon ourselves, where we fear love, where we fear loss, where we seek external validation, and where we still need deeper healing. And maybe that's why some connections change us so deeply. Not because they were meant to destroy us, but because they were meant to bring us closer to ourselves, even through the discomfort. If you're still here, thank you for listening to me ramble. And if this conversation resonated with you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. And until tomorrow, my love, stay open, stay soft, and stay sovereign. I love you guys so much. You take very good care of yourselves. Bye now.
You're not here by accident. You're so new. We'll meet again right here between the lines.